matriarch. Dr. Baltazar was already in the department when I came in as a resident in July 1967. So I would like to tell you about how we dealt with each other. She was the BFF of my favorite mentor, Dr. Alice de la Paz. And so I'm sure that during the time, she already knew about me through Dr. de la Paz. It was during her time when the logbook of attendance was first brought up. And whoever got later than her would not be able to sign the notebook. And she would hold that logbook like this and go to the office. And so after some time, because I was often late, I did not sign anymore. I saw to it that I would come in very early and did not sign. She knew that I was stubborn, but I saw that she would put there at the side, beside my name, attended but did not sign. So you see, natuwa naman ako. I was made full-time junior consultant later, and so how she worked. She was really very efficient, to the last detail, well-disciplined, and dedicated to FEU and their patients. She would go to FEU in spite of floods in España. And I remember that she was already sitting on top of the seat because flood waters were already entering the car. And Noy, her favorite driver, would say, "Di bali ho, matagal pa naman 6 CMs pa lang." or he would say, "Mabilis na ho yan kasi fully dilated na, manganganak na." Or, bukas na ang cervix, i-DNC na niya. So we called him Dr. Noy Quirino. That was the time that it was at the height of her practice, and she had lots of patients. Ang yaman-yaman talaga ng Dr. Baltazar. I even asked her, "Doktor, saan mo nalagay yung mga pera mo?" And that time, ang isang DNC for normal delivery cost only 80 pesos as professional fee. Ang cesarean noon, 120 lang. But we were guessing that she was already earning more than 80,000 per month. Per month yun, ha? In 1984, as Vice President and Chairman of the Organizing Committee of POGS, Dr. Baltazar made me Chairman of the Committee on Socials. And I was elated and touched because I was somewhat a newbie in POGS, having only entered POGS for about 7 years at that time. But I also came to see another facet of her personality, and that she was made of steel. I requested participants from all over the accredited hospitals to join the Socials Committee. And we were already practicing. We had a very good response. And the convention was soon to start when she called me, "Evelyn, yung isang yan, paalisin mo dito. Hindi siya pwedeng kasama natin dito kasi may complaint from a patient about the doctor." Sabi ko, "Doktora, hindi ko magagawa yan. Kasi ang tagal-tagal na niya nagpa-practice at saka din niya ang kanyang costume. Hindi ko you know what Dr. Baltazar did? She was the one who talked to that doctor, to that lady doctor. And I don't know what she said. That lady doctor left, never to be seen again in POGS activities. So talaga sabi ko, "Hindi ko okay, Dr. Baltazar, because I couldn't do that." was chairman of the department, Dr. Baltazar was dean. And I would often go to her office to talk to her about some things, okay? Yung mga walang kakwenta-kwentang bagay, or regarding the activities of her department. And she was always supportive. She never inhibited me from anything. Sabi ko, talaga ito ang gusto kong gawin, ito ganyan. Oh, sige, ganyan mo. And when I became chairman, I was fortunate enough to inherit a well-disciplined department. The consultants were very efficient. The residents were also very efficient. And that is because of her discipline. Yeah. Eh, hindi na ako nahirapan. Walang late, Gail. Hindi na rin late ang mga tao. Di ba, no? Lahat. And it was carried until after my term, I would suppose. When I submitted the name of one consultant to be made full-time, a full professor, I was aware that it would irk someone who asked, sino ba ang may gusto mag-full professor to? You know, Dr. Baltazar did say, Dr. Palaypayon po. But what she said was, yung buong department. And so, that particular person became full professor. She was happy when the members of the department made a syllabus of the goals, objectives, and course content for OBGYN topics that we printed and bound. You remember that green book? Yun, tuwan-tuwa siya dun. She was also extremely proud of our residents who got first or second place in the in-service, residence in-service exam. Ang pinakamababa namin is fourth. So talagang tuwan-tuwa siya nun. You just didn't know. Last page na. She did not change the department's decision regarding a very sensitive matter on the grade of one student. She did not even try to influence me to change my mind about it. One time, she gave her an opinion to terminate one third-year resident because of some trivial reasons. I explained to her the resident's side and refused to do so. And telling her, saan pupunta po ang residente niyan after third year? Okay. So, I held on to my belief. And she said that ako daw ay pusong mamon. Ikaw si Evelyn, napaka-pusong mamon mo. Again, my pusong mamon showed when I asked her permission to have a summer class for 8 third-year students who would not go to clerkship just because of OB. And together with Jingle, we calculated the number of hours that a student spends in OB, and we made a course curriculum, to which she said she gave me her permission. And that was the only time when we had a summer class for OBs, for those only taking up OB. And so that saved several months of waiting for these students. Instead of waiting for one semester, they were only late for 2 months. And I'm also glad that you were able to supervise it. I have always admired the work ethics of Dr. Baltazar. For being the epitome of well-rounded OBGYN, she received the award given by the International Federation of OBGYN, which is a universal or a global award for outstanding OBGYN practitioners. And this was in 2002 in Washington, D.C. And we went along with her. So Dr. Baltazar will never be forgotten. Ganda ngayon yung Dr. Baltazar, no? Bagong make-up ata, Osi. Osi, Will you kindly put the medallion, the Pogues medallion on her? Yeah. So thank you very much.